Hello, everybody, and welcome back to OMB Reviews. I am the critic who is a cynic. How is everyone doing this evening? Blessed Christmas Eve, everybody. It is the vigil of the nativity of our Lord, which is why we are still rocking the purple lights, as it is still Advent, until tomorrow morning, where we celebrate Christmas Day. So a blessed end of your Advent season, and a blessed and Merry Christmas as well to everyone if I do not see you or hear from you over the course of the next several days. Remember, there are 12 days of Christmas, so you will see Christmas in the live stream title for any of the times that I go live over the next 13 days or so. And tonight we're just going to do, we're going to try and keep it a little bit shorter than usual. I'm shooting for this one to be roughly an hour, just about an hour, trying to wrap up at the hour mark, try to, tighten up nice and neat like. So we'll talk about just in general what people are saying in the chat. But also I think it would be fun to do a little bit of a giveaway game. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in just a moment. But before going any further, though, please make sure you smash that like button, that fire button if you're watching over on Odyssey, and also make sure you smash the rumble button as well. And of course, make sure that you have that bell notification on. That way you know every time a new video live stream goes live on the channel. So thank you again if you're watching me on YouTube, YouTube, Odyssey, or Rumble. Let's see, Dracomus was hanging out over on Odyssey earlier. We got a bunch of people hanging out over on the YouTube chat. We got Bruce hanging out saying, "It's happening. It's really happening." Yes, indeed, Bruce. Family was able to come over, and since they had just driven in from Louisiana, once Baby Thor went to bed, they were like, all right, we need to go check into our hotel and wind down. And so with the Lady Freya still working on one of her gifts, it gives me a little bit of time to stream with my Asgardian family. Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington, yes, indeed, it should be Christmas time over there about now. By the way, Reed has already donated via Streamlabs. Thank you very much for an early donation. A nice $20 donation there saying, "A very Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year" from Reed. Thank you very much, Reed. I really do appreciate your generosity and your very, very kind words. Thank you. Really do appreciate it. Gary Banjo Sandwich says, "Thank you for being, thank you for the joy that you bring to this platform in the world." Well, thank you. I really do appreciate that, Gary. Last night, if you watched Friday Night Tights, we got a really amazing super chat from somebody who had talked about going through a really difficult time and how they credited me for finding their way back to a life of faith, which helped them dig themselves out of the darkness that they were going with. And I just was kind of just taken aback by the entire experience as Gary was reading the super chat. And it just means so much just to know that what little, I guess, again, in the end, I am but straw, right? I believe it was Aquinas who said, all of the works that I've done, all of the things that I've written, they are but straw compared to God. And if, again, even a small thing has led somebody to God, obviously I give all credit to God for that. So, but thank you for those kind words there. Slice of Neons, what's going on? Merry Christmas, Asgard. Absolutely. JS Pena, ahoy and Merry Christmas. Orange Chat says, "We had a blackout last night. It seems the cause was a bunch of reindeer crap hitting the power lines at high velocity. Santa or the elves were putting the reindeer through practice run, it seems." Ah, yes. We lost power today randomly. I found out also that apparently Tennessee is doing rolling blackouts, which is ridiculous because even in our, there's a community tab. I have Ring doorbell, and so there's a community section there. And people were posting about how it made absolutely no sense for them to be doing this. And then on Twitter, there was also someone who tagged me in this. And basically people were posting years in which it's been much colder than this. So for them to claim that they're doing it to try to preserve energy, it's like, wait a minute, why wasn't it done then when it's been colder before? Again, silly nonsense there. Orange Eye Reviews has been a member for 29 months. And so he is cashing in on one of his comments there. He says, "Breaking explosions reported at the building in California, Nakatomi Plaza. Reports say it's the Germans." Better get John McClane. Master of Gaming, Merry Christmas. What are your thoughts on Violent Night? I still need to do a review of Violent Night. I did not like it at all. There were maybe 2 moments in the entire film where I actually chuckled. All the rest of it was just so on the nose. Like, it just wasn't it wasn't smart humor, and it was really like bottom of the barrel dumb humor. Very predictable dumb humor. And I'm one that I don't mind dumb humor when it's done well. I don't think it was done well at all. The entire time I was looking at the movie, I was bored. I was just not entertained by it. And I thought everything about it was just downright silly and worthless in many ways. It's a film I'm going to forget very soon. And it's a film I don't think a lot of people are going to go back and rewatch. I don't think it's a good time. I don't think it's worth seeing, to be perfectly honest. But I still need to do a review at some point. But I do not give it a very high grade. I think I gave it like 2 stars on my Letterboxd account, but it's definitely in like the D range for me. Laura, the Mono Major General. Merry Christmas, Laura. Merry Christmas, G Monkey. Christmas trees all around. Zach Gregg, what's going on? Awesome one. Hail to you. Laura has been waiting for the daughter to come over for Christmas all day. Not sure when she'll show up. I'm sure it's going to be right when the stream starts. I'm sure that it will. That's typically how these things happen. Keely Chow, what is going on? ZK Man, what's up, brother? Says, Merry Christmas to those celebrating, Happy Hanukkah to those of that fate and of that faith, I know he meant to say, and Happy Holidays to all the others. No, it's Christmas season. Merry Christmas. And I say that even knowing many people that celebrate Hanukkah, because from what I've been told, Hanukkah is really not seen as a major holiday, typically. Like, if you look to the history of Judaism, it's not seen as one of their highest holy days. It's definitely a holy season for sure, but not one of the highest holy days for them. It's just become one a little bit more as the course of history has gone on, since Christmas has become such a major part, especially as it became commercialized. Yeah, never forget the reason for the season, which is, of course, the birth of Christ. Indie Fandom, Merry Christmas. Let's see. Laura had sent me Beardamins years ago at this point, and I have not found them ever since the very first one. So, Bruce, there you are. JS Pena, to clarify what I told you on Tuesday, I said I liked Avatar 2 a little bit more than the first one. I didn't say I thought it was good. There were parts of the film that bugged me. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't remember getting caught up on that, but again, my brain is not always the best trap in the world as far as information. There's some things I can hold on to, other things that I can't. But yeah, I mean, at least that's a very honest assessment. There's always tinsel, says Laura. It gets a little messy when you bring tinsel into the equation, I would say. Great Wooda, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you very much for being here. Merry Christmas. Lance Mala, Merry Christmas to you, and hopefully all 2023 will be a good year. I hope so. I really do. It just feels like every single year it gets crazier and crazier, you know? Gary Banjo, it is Christmas in the UK. That's what I thought. Merry Christmas to you. General Wingster, Merry Christmas. You filthy animal. Happy New Year. Happy New Year and a Merry Christmas to you, General Wingster. Indeed, games and presents. G Monkey, any word on Tina praying for her? I've not gotten any updates since the last one that I received. So let me just try and read through that when I can. Basically, right now, Tina is, again, she is in recovery. She's in a rehab facility for a little bit with what she's been having to go through, doing some outpatient therapy as well, but is gonna be struggling for a little while because of her eyesight. But she is determined to regain her eyesight, to regain the full function of her eyesight. And that was the last update that I had. So again, she is very much in good spirits. As far as, again, we all know Tina is a fighter. We all know that Tina is not going to take this lying down. So she is in the process of going through some rehab after some work being done, and she is then going to be outpatient and is very determined to be able to regain her sight. She is still struggling very much with her eyesight, and that's the main thing going on. So hopefully, again, there's so many details I don't know if I can share, and so that's kind of where I need to just know that she is in good spirits. Curmudgeon Extraordinaire, what's going on? Welcome. Hugo M, welcome to you. Merry Christmas. Kimberly G, Merry Christmas to you. Yes, absolutely, and to all the mods. Rob D, Merry Christmas. Laura, Merry Christmas to you. Dan Crane, who's a member, says, Merry Christmas, Odin, family of Odin, day 28 of Advent. Jesus is the reason for the season. Absolutely. Amen. Yeah, we just did our last day on the Jesse tree. Rob D. Hello, Odin. I got Top Gun original Spider-Man No Way Home and Uncharted on Blu-ray for Christmas. Very nice. Very, very nice. O doesn't like it, and he likes Adam Sandler movies. Yeah, classic Adam Sandler movies for sure. Those films are actually funny. The K-Man says, I got lucky. They did a rolling blackout here just as I was walking out the door to go see family. Yeah, and that's how I know mine was not a rolling blackout, because they were supposed to last like 5 to 15 minutes. Mine was several hours. Several hours this morning we were without power, and there must have been something else going on, because, there's no way to justify turning off someone's power to conserve energy, to try to save the grid for several hours, right? The 5 to 15 minutes, okay, I kind of get it, I guess, but... Gary Banjo Sandwich says, fell in love with new film Glass Onion. It was great. I haven't watched it yet. I really don't want to. I didn't like the first one. I thought it was highly overrated, and from what I've heard about this new one, it sounds like I'll probably feel the same way. Merry Christmas, Sherry. Merry Christmas. Great Wood Attack. Say, after the stream, I'm going to watch Batman Animated Series episode of Christmas with the Joker, an episode I watch every Christmas since 95. Nice. Very good. That's awesome. Yeah, after this, hopefully my wife is finished with the gift that she's working on. It's one of those gifts where it's like she's going to try to get it done before tomorrow, so she might be done by the time the stream ends, but there's no guarantees. And so we'll see how it happens. So I see a bunch of people entering into the chat. Again, thank you all for being here. Abomination's hanging out over on Odyssey. Thank you very much. Quiet on the Rumble front, as it were. But as I did say, yeah, tonight I do want to do a somewhat shorter stream, and so I want to get started with the game that I have planned, which is a part of a giveaway, as it were. So some people have known this by very different names. And the one that I've always heard it referred to is what's called Dirty Santa, right? So I have a stack of 10 movies. So they include things like a great anime movie called Your Name on Blu-ray. Phenomenal movie. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. I have Spider-Man No Way Home on 4K, still in the wrap. This was one that was gifted to me in a large giveaway box someone sent me. I have The Bridge on the River Kwai on 4K. I have My Neighbor Totoro on Steelbook. It's regular Blu-ray, Steelbook. Still in the wrap. Very beautiful releases. I've got Top Gun Maverick on Blu-ray. Fun fact, this was actually the review copy that I was sent by Paramount. I've got the film, one of my favorite films of the last couple of years, Nobody, on 4K, slipcover. I've also got Last Night in Soho, which was one of my favorite films last couple of years as well. This is also one of Tina's favorite movies of the recent era. I have, of course, It's a Wonderful Life on 4K as well, digitally restored and remastered. 4K disc and a Blu-ray disc. The Blu-ray does feature the colorized version for those interested. The 4K, of course, is the traditional black and white. Edge of Tomorrow / Live, Die, Repeat on 4K, brand new. And also a Blu-ray Steelbook of Tommy Boy, classic comedy film. So I've got 10 movies. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to open up the giveaway in a moment, and I'll let everyone have a chance to enter in. And what I'll do is I'm going to pick 10 winners, and over the course of choosing those winners, by the way, Abomination, I will go ahead and designate that you will be entered in to win for this giveaway over on Odyssey, since you are always consistent over there. I don't want to leave out Odyssey. Since no one's on Rumble right now, unfortunately, I will not open it up to Rumble. If King Kane Rumsky opens up sometime over there, then I'll include him potentially. But Abomination, I will include you in on this giveaway, and I'll explain the rules. So the way it'll work is I will choose randomly, right? It'll be random choice. I'll let the system choose the people, and whoever wins gets to choose, right, the movie of their choice, right? The first person, they get to choose the movie of their choice. When I choose the second winner, they have the option to either steal from the first winner or to pick their own. And then the third winner gets chosen. They get the option to choose from one of the two before or choose a different one, and so on it goes. And then after the 10th one goes, and then that means they have a choice basically of the entire litter, the entire choices. It then goes back to the number 1, the first winner, because obviously it wouldn't be fair for the first winner, and then they get the last choice. Do they keep the one that they have, whichever one that might be, by the very end of it, or do they steal from someone else? So, White Elephant Game, again, this has been called many different things. There are many different names that this has been given to, this game. And again, the one that I've heard it called is Dirty Santa. So take that for what you will. Abomination over on Odyssey says, lots of parts of New York lost power since yesterday morning. Just got power back here, and it's so cold my computer temperature can't get above 30. That sounds good, but I'm using every trick I can to heat the place up on my computer is my biggest back. That's insane. No, trust me. Like, I have a home-built computer, so 30 degrees, I'm assuming you mean Fahrenheit. If your computer can't get above 30 degrees, dude, that's awful. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. But anyway, yeah, that's the game that we're going to do tonight. Thank you all for the prayers being sent out Tina's way. Let's say hello to some people, and as I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and open up the giveaway at this time. So Heimdall will be giving some instructions. People who have done giveaways before will be able to show you how to do it correctly. Basically, the max number of tickets that you can buy is 100. These are all digital. If you watch the stream, you actually gain digital cookies. I have a bot, and it actually tracks the amount of hours in which certain users are in the chat and participating. And so General Wingster has just entered in 100 tickets. If you look at what he did, if you copy exactly what he did, but change the number, you can determine whether you buy 1 ticket or 2 tickets. For him, he bought 100, which is the max that he can buy. And it's 50 digital cookies, is what I call them, per ticket. So you gain digital cookies by watching, right? And you can check your digital cookies by doing the exclamation mark cookies. If you notice, when Bruce did that at 7-Eleven, right, it said exclamation mark cookies, and then Heimdall responded back as he is a legend of Asgard because he has watched 420 hours, and his cookie count is 219,000. So he has a lot of cookies, so he is able to then, if he wishes, enter in to win for 100 tickets. So General Wingster has 100. Orange Hat Reviews also entered for 100. Greta Zenner entered for 100. What's up, Greta? Forever Sci-Fi also entered in for 100 as well. So follow what they did if you want to enter in. It is set to be where you have to have watched for at least 2 hours. So if you're brand spanking new, you won't be able to enter. But if you've watched at least 2 hours of content, meaning at least one stream and a little bit, then you will be able to enter. So just follow what General Wingster did, what Orange Hat did, what Greta did, what Forever Sci-Fi did, what the K-Man did, what Dan Blackroy did. They all entered in with 100 tickets, but you can enter in with less. So G-Monkey, you did it correctly, but you need to put a space after and then a number. So you have to put in a number after. Abomination said Celsius, but this computer is a tank that generates enough heat to get 60 degrees Celsius regular. But right now it's so cold that the heat is just being transferred to the floor and walls since it's so cold. That is truly insane. Truly insane. So look at what Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington did, right? He was able to enter in, right? And notice that Heimdall will tell you if you did it correctly. If you get a message from Heimdall that tells you that you've entered in, then that means you've done it correctly. All right. If you want to check your cookie count, you do what Great Wuda did. He put the exclamation point cookies, and then he got the response from Heimdall telling him how many cookies that he has gotten. All right. So just again, follow what the people have done before. And as I mentioned, Abomination, Dracomus, say what you want, man, but Abomination, he is going to be entered into the giveaway. I'm going to be fair to my YouTube peeps, since this is mostly a YouTube thing, I'm gonna give Abomination the number 3 slot, since he is consistently watching over there. So he'll have the 3rd pick. But remember, this is Dirty Santa, so he can either steal from first and second, and then 4th through 10th can steal from him. So really, the first pick is actually one of the best places to be because they get to then choose from, pretty much, anyone. Now, obviously, we will, this will be a work in progress, of course, because I've never done this on a stream before in this way. So, again, I'll let y'all have a little extra time to enter in for this giveaway. Let's see. J.S. Pena had to say, y'all are having rolling blackouts. That sucks. Down here in Houston, all we had was frozen pipes. Dang, dude. Our Lights Flicker says, Bruce, for a moment when the snow had fallen for a little bit. Other than that, we've been fine. Hey, good to hear. I know that you're not too far away up in the great state of Kentucky. Rob D says, what do you usually have for Christmas dinner? You're going to have lobster tails tonight and spiral ham tomorrow. Yeah, much more of a Christmas Day meal person. And it's really changed over the years because obviously when I was younger, we would go to my parents' house and then there would be, usually we would have turkey and then we'd have things like mac and cheese. We would have a lot of different stuffings. So in New Orleans, you would have things like, there's a crawfish cornbread stuffing. One of my favorites, it's called oyster stuffing. And it's delicious. It's got, little oysters in it, but of course also it's got other, good mixed spices and things like that. And it's delicious. It's delightful. And also I love Cajun rice as well. And so we're going to have a lot of those items because my parents are up visiting. We're about to, after Christmas, the day after Christmas, we're going to travel to Roanoke and then we're going to travel to Williamsburg to do some stuff with family. And so tomorrow is going to be kind of like our main day, of course, as it should be, right? It is, of course, Christmas Day. So that's normally what we have for movies. No VHS, Gary Banjo Sandwich. No VHS. Where's my Betamax? No Betamax. Hound 3000, what's going on? Keely Chat says, I'm currently on vacation in my hometown of Huntsville, Alabama. Hey, not too far away from me. We're also dealing with weather that is cold enough to freeze pipes. Yep, absolutely. Marcus Cato. Well, luckily, as I said, the 4K version of it, the 4K disc is the original, as it should be. The Blu-ray edition has the specialized color edition, so you obviously don't have to have that. Greta, again, hello. Wishing you a Merry Christmas as well. J.S. Pena says, black and white movie in 4K, fascinating. Well, yeah, absolutely. You could actually get much higher quality image because you're transferring it from the direct film itself. So you can get a beautiful image from that. Captain Spire, absolutely. Amen. Amen to that. Again, Merry Christmas. So I'm scrolling through a bunch of, some might call it take or swap, Dirty Santa, things like that. I've chosen Chaos, but it's fun, right? Yeah, or White Elephant is sometimes what it's known as. General Wingster says, it's treason then. Forever Sci-Fi says, I despise the White Elephant game, encourages theft, envy, and greed. I understand, but when it comes to, again, movies, I think it's fun. When we did a White Elephant gift exchange, we did gag gifts so that way it was, so your way is much better. Yeah. So I think both ways are fun because when it's a gag gift, you don't mind losing out on one, right? So yeah, but this should be fun. It is international, so I will, as usual, ship anywhere in the world for those that are entering. But again, there's no guarantee that the one you choose first is going to is going to help. Abomination, that's not how it works. As the third person, the fourth person can steal from you. So basically the way it works is that if you get stolen from, you can then steal from others. So that's what makes it even more interesting. Because let's say no one steals up to number 5. Number 5 then steals from number 1. Well, then number 1 can then steal or can choose one of the available movies that's left. So yeah, it could definitely be a bit chaotic. But that's the reason why we're starting it now and why I'm doing a much shorter stream today. It's all about having fun. I'm about to close up the giveaway entry. Yes, Kimberly G, that is how you do it. So let me say what I've got. So all the people I mentioned earlier, Gary Banjo Sandwich, I have you for 100. G Monkey, I have you for 100. Keely Chow for 100. Kimberly G for 100. Cacao Cookies Minions for 50. Dan Crane for 1. Sherry Allen for 100. So I'm going to close it a few seconds once I catch up with the chat. So Dan Crane, if you want to make that one into 100, you have to take the oops out and then just put the enter exclamation point 99. Since you already have one in, you actually would have to put 99 because it won't go over 100. It is one of the downsides of the bot. If you go over, it won't calculate it. So if you want that 1 to become a 100, you have to do what you just did, but do 99 instead. And then it'll add on to what you already have. So again, Cacao Cookies Minions for 50, Dan Crane for 1, Sherry Allen for 100, Master of Gaming, I have you in for 50. Great Wuda says, I believe It's a Wonderful Life is a 75-year-old film. Yeah, it's very, very old. I like to thank Honey Baked for my delicious ham dinner. Ooh, very nice. Gary Banjo says, curry chicken tikka masala for Christmas. Nice. We played that present game for years. Always fun. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Luke Zilla. Thankfully, the weather hasn't been crazy here in Tirana, Albania. I had no idea you were in Albania. Dude, it's always crazy to find out where people are. But usually here it gets really cold around January to the point parts of the lake of our city start to freeze. That's actually really cool. I think that's pretty awesome, actually. Yeah, Dan Crane, let me tell you. Let's see. Let's see if Heimdall processes it. The only way it wouldn't process is if you don't have enough cookies to cover the 99. So again, only when Heimdall gives you something like this does that mean it's been processed. So you may not have enough cookies to cover the 99. So I'll let Dan Crane check his cookie count one more time, and then we'll end things. Mike Jackson, what's going on? Hail to you. Thanks for being here. Ambrose Chamberpot, what's going on? Gary Banjo says, swap for Ferrero Rocher. Hail to you. Input Lazy, just popping in for a minute. Say Merry Christmas. Today's a good day. Absolutely. Hail to you. Thank you for being here. Of course, Hardwick comes in to enter in for a giveaway. He's always here whenever there's giveaways. We are doing Dirty Santa rules, though, so people's choices can indeed be taken. It will be chaotic. Yeah, I think there is a way to give cookies with this bot. I have not figured it out enough to be able to like make that a thing. I'm pretty sure there is a way to do it, though. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it. All right. Once my clock hits 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, I'm closing it. Since there is a delay in the chat, then that's how I'm going to handle it. That's how I'm going to handle it. That's just the fair way to do it, I would say. It's the fair way to do it. But yeah, I wish I could figure out a way to do that for sure. But yeah, if you did not get a message like this, like Hardwick did, then it means that it has not been processed. Because Master of Gaming, I have you in for 50 still. Dan Crane for 1. Cacao Cookies Minion in for 50. So again, at 7:30 on my computer, digital time, is when I will cut off the giveaway, and then we will start the chaos. So Dan Crane, type in what Master of Gaming did, this right here, exclamation point cookies. It tells you how many you have. The max number of tickets you can buy is 100. Each ticket's worth 50 cookies. So you'd have to do the math to see, okay, how many tickets can I get, right? So if I get 2 tickets, then it's 100 cookies. If I get 3 tickets, then it's 150 cookies, right? So if Heimdall is not processing your information, so again, it's the cookies is how you check, like what Mike Jackson's just done. like what Mike Jackson's just done. Right? You see Heimdall responds back and says, hey, you have 66 hours. You have 39,000 cookies. There you go, Dan Crane. Yeah, so you have 3,200 cookies. So you may not be able to put in for the 99. That might be the reason why. So you might need to put in a lower number. All right. I'm going to give just a few more seconds because of Dan Crane, there being a little bit of confusion. All right. Because you still have a chance to win even with one cookie in. It just increases your chances. But there's still a chance. So let's see what Dan Crane does. And then we will close it out and start the chaos. Soul Assassin, what's going on? Yeah, some people are probably looking at their having to pull the calculators and be like, I got to do something. Justin, I got you in for 13. Justin, please just confirm in the chat. Did you have to get a calculator to be like, how many tickets can I actually get? Lucky number 13. Let's see. Yeah, Dan Crane, there it is. Boom. All right. So we have that figured out. Going once, going twice. All right. Giveaway is closed. It's closed. You can no longer enter. All right. Let the Dirty Santa begin. Again, if just because you are the first winner, Forever Sci-Fi says, I am his calculator. Nice. Were you telling people in the chat, oh, by the way, this is how many you can get? If so, that's awesome. Shout out to the Asgardian community. All right, let's start off the chaos. All right. So our first winner, let's see. Ba-da-ba-ba-dum-bum. Our first winner is G-Monkey76. All right, G-Monkey76. So remember, G-Monkey, you get the first choice. You can be stolen from, but at the very end, after the last person is chosen, you will be able to steal essentially. I think the rule is that you can steal from whoever. I don't know if there's a stipulation where you can steal from everyone except the person who's just stolen from you. I don't know exactly the rules there, but again, we'll let chaos reign. So again, we got the Tommy Boy Steelbook on Blu-ray. We got Edge of Tomorrow 4K, It's a Wonderful Life 4K, Last Night in Soho 4K. We got Nobody's 4K. Top Gun Maverick Blu-ray, My Neighbor Totoro on Steelbook, Bridge on the River Kwai on 4K, Spider-Man No Way Home on 4K, and Your Name on Blu-ray. So let's see what G-Monkey76 first choice is amongst it. I'm sure it'll change. All right, he wants Bridge. Okay, we got Bridge. All right. Our second winner is Hardwick. Congratulations, Hardwick. So Hardwick, you can either steal Bridge from G-Monkey or, of course, choose from one of the remaining movie items. So congratulations to Hardwick being our second winner. Let's see. Bruce says you have to wait till someone else goes. Then you can get it back if someone takes yours. Okay. So that means the last person can technically take from someone who takes from them, as long as it's not the previous person. Okay. I think that's a fair rule. Basically, you can't just go back and forth with somebody. You have to have at least one degree of separation. I think that's a good rule to have. Yeah. Yes, Hardwick. So I have Your Name on Blu-ray, Spider-Man No Way Home on 4K. G-Monkey won Bridge, but you can steal that one if you wish. My Neighbor Totoro on Steelbook, Top Gun Maverick on Blu-ray, Nobody on 4K, Last Night in Soho on 4K, It's a Wonderful Life on 4K, Edge of Tomorrow on 4K, and Tommy Boy on Blu-ray. Maybe someone who has time and patience can write down the options. All I'm doing is writing down who is claiming what. And then we will choose our third winner. Actually, no, the third winner will be Abomination over on Odyssey, since he is always a consistently solid guy over there. All right, Hardwick says It's a Wonderful Life. Okay. Gotcha. All right, Abomination, you are already as our designated Odyssey victor to make things a little bit fair. Since there's a few people that watch on Odyssey, I'll have one winner from Odyssey. Since they are small but mighty. So Abomination, you can either steal Bridge on the River Kwai 4K, It's a Wonderful Life 4K, or you can choose from one of the other options that are available. Hey, that's a good one, Abomination. He's choosing Tommy Boy Steelbook. That's one that I just picked up for myself. So I think that's a good choice. Good, sir. All right. So far, people are choosing. Let us go ahead and pick our next winner. Our next winner is Dan Crane. Dan Crane. I told you, dude. It's completely random. So Dan Crane, you can either steal Bridge, It's a Wonderful Life, Tommy Boy, or you can choose one of the other remaining options. This should be interesting. Abomination says, I stole from Odin. Is it really stealing when I'm just giving them away? By the way, at the very end, right, you will then email me with your information, your mailing information, so that I know where to send your prize to. And again, I do send internationally. But just at the very end, once we know who is having what. Who has what, rather. So, and eventually, over the course, hopefully, once we get to 6 and 7, people are remembering what movies that I have. So again, Dan Crane. And also, if enough time goes by, like let's say someone maybe disappears from the chat. All right, Top Gun Maverick. Boom. Got it. All right, so Dan Crane going for the Maverick. Just to remind everyone, that one is a Blu-ray. So that's a standard Blu-ray. Still great. Still good. But it is the Blu-ray. The unique thing about that one is that is actually the review copy I was given before it came out. Hey, Luke Zilla. Thank you for stopping by, good sir. Merry Christmas to you and to your family as well. All right. So Dan Crane shows Top Gun Maverick. So now we'll go on to our number 5. So far, no thefts, which makes my job a little bit easier. All right. Next one we have is Dan Blackroyd. If anyone's going to cause chaos, I feel like it's Dan Blackroyd. So Dan Blackroyd, you can either steal from the previous winners, or you can choose one of the other ones. Let's see. Orange Chat says, if I win, there's only one. And then he just says, Double Dan. Double Dan. Does that mean that you're Dan Blackroyd? Does that mean Dan Blackroyd? That are you stealing? Oh, okay, gotcha. So Dan Blackroyd is stealing It's a Wonderful Life. So Hardwick's has been stolen. So now Hardwick, you can now either steal from someone else that's not Dan Blackroyd, so you can't steal it back. So you can either steal Bridge on the River Kwai, Tommy Boy, Top Gun Maverick, or you can choose from one of the other ones that has not yet been chosen. Dan Blackroyd getting things spicy here. Getting things spicy. And this is why I wanted to get it started early, because sometimes there's a little bit of delay. Abomination over on Odyssey just says, get wrecked. Well, yeah, I mean, someone was going to get stolen from at some point, you know? So anyway, so Hardwick, you have to choose another. Spider-Man No Way Home. Okay. Gotcha. All right, our first theft of the night. And it has been dealt with efficiently. I appreciate it. All right, our number 6 winner is Orange Hat Reviews. He said he had one on his mind, on his heart. Let's see if it's a steal or if it is something else. Yeah, you can't steal back from someone right off the bat. I think all of these are good. I would not have chosen these if not. Boom. Okay. That's the one he wanted. No one had asked for it yet. He's got Nobody on 4K. That's a good choice. It's one of my favorite films of last year. So, all right. Orange Hat Reviews making that easy. Claiming Nobody. All right. Let's see. Our number 7 winner is Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington. I think he would be one to throw in some chaos into the mix. I really do. Gary Banjo Sandwich, what are you going to claim? What are you going to claim? Oh, he says boom. I think he's ready. We says, how do you contribute to the menu's box office sales without giving to Disney? Really, nothing that one can do, unfortunately. But then again, if you try to play the game of trying to other than really pirating, there's really not a way. He says, any DVDs? Is that a serious question? Because I can check. I think I might have. Let me see. So My Neighbor Totoro does have a DVD version on it. And then Your Name also has a DVD version on it. Totoro. Absolutely. That's doable. All right. Totoro for Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington. You got it. Absolutely. All right. Our number 8 winner is Sherry Allen. Sherry Allen. All right. So, Sherry Allen, you can either steal from the previous winners. That would be My Neighbor Totoro, Nobody on 4K, It's a Wonderful Life on 4K, Top Gun Maverick on Blu-ray, Tommy Boy on Steelbook, Spider-Man No Way Home on 4K, or Bridge on the River Kwai on 4K. Or you can choose one of the remaining ones, Your Name on Blu-ray and DVD, Edge of Tomorrow on 4K, Last Night in Soho on 4K, and I believe that is it. I think. So let's see what Sherry Allen decides. General Wingster just says, I'm still here. I'm just lurking in the shadows, in response to G Monkey's question. Yeah, unfortunately, the box office, because it's distributed, Disney's going to get that money because it's a Searchlight Pictures production. But the trick there also is, it's like saying, how do I not contribute to China? It's like, well, ultimately, at the end of the day, all right, Sherry Allen wants Your Name. I will say this much. I think Your Name I think it's one of the most beautiful films ever. So I think that's a very good choice. All right. Our number 9 winner. Let's move along now. Our number 9 winner is Kimberly G. Kimberly G. All right. So Kimberly G Congratulations. So you can steal from all of the previous ones. Now, I do believe Gary Banjo, I know Gary Banjo for a fact is out of the United States. Sherry Allen, I believe, is also out of the United States as well. So you can, of course, steal from any... Oh, no. Oh, Kimberly G. Kimberly G. Oh, she's doing it. He had one on his list. He had one on his list. And what does Kimberly G says? She says, Orange Hat, don't hate me. Oh, Kimberly G, is she stealing nobody? I think she just stole nobody. Oh, I think she just stole nobody. Oh, man. So, Orange Hat, you can now steal from anybody else. It's what I want to. Hey, Kimberly G, no apologies. That's the whole point of the game. It's all fun. It's all good fun. It's all good fun. So Orange Hat, you can now steal from anybody other than Kimberly. You can steal from anybody other than Kimberly. Or you can take one of the ones that has not been claimed yet. All right, so these are the total movies so far, both claimed and unclaimed. We got My Neighbor Totoro. We have Your Name, The Bridge on the River Kwai, Spider-Man No Way Home, Tommy Boy, Edge of Tomorrow, It's a Wonderful Life, Last Night in Soho, the one that you can't take back, nobody, and then Top Gun Maverick on Blu-ray. So those are the options. Yeah, Odin's loving this game. It's fun. It's fun. Miss Martin Muses, hail to you, Miss Martin Muses. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Final day of Advent. Hope you have a blessed Christmas Eve. Orange Hat. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Orange Hat is stealing Tommy Boy. It's a good choice. All right, so Tommy Boy has been stolen. So Abomination over on Odyssey, you can now steal from anybody except Orange Hat or choose something new. Abomination. See, now we got the streams being crossed here. Let's see. Abomination said she'll put together some overlay snippets for these giveaways so we can see who claims what so far. I wish if I had the creative power to do so, I would. Abomination's responds, oh, I didn't know Orange Hat wanted to make enemies. That's great. He says, forgiven because Tommy Boy was his backup. Oh, man. All right. So, Abomination, are you going to take one of the unclaimed ones or are you going to steal? Is the steal train going to continue? Okay, man. I thought we weren't supposed to cross streams. Well, that's what was theoretically said. But don't forget, ultimately, crossing the streams is what led to victory in Ghostbusters. So... Oh, man. Oh, man. Abomination is thinking. He's a thinking. Now, so right now the list is G Monkey has Bridge on the River Kwai. Hardwick has Spider-Man No Way Home. Dan Crane has Top Gun Maverick. Dan Blackroyd has It's a Wonderful Life. Orange Reviews has Tommy Boy, but you can't claim that one. Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington has My Neighbor Totoro. Sherry Allen has Your Name. Kimberly G has Nobody. Oh. Abomination has stolen Nobody from Kimberly G. So Kimberly G, you can now steal from anyone except for Abomination. Oh, she was happy. She was happy. And then Abomination decided. Has no regrets. NFL, everyone in the chat, NFL teams playing the 7th playoff spot. Abomination. Is it like a Sheldon moral enemy or something else? Orange Hat wants to know. Abomination over on Odyssey. Kimberly G. I mean, other than nobody, I mean, the floor is really yours at this point. Okay, Kimberly G is going to take Spider-Man No Way Home. So Hardwick has been stolen from again. So Hardwick, you can now steal from anybody, except for Kimberly G. Now what's interesting though is I think now we've opened up a major chain. Because Hardwick can theoretically steal from anyone now except Kimberly G. All right, so he wants Edge of Tomorrow. I think that was actually an unclaimed one. So, boom, all right. That could have been much messier. All right. Very good. Very, very good. All right, we've got one last person. And our last winner is Greta Zenner. Greta is the number 10 spot. Will Greta cause chaos? Because she can now steal from... Actually, so there's actually two more. There's this one, Greta. But then the number 1 spot, G-Monkey. Now, G-Monkey went with Bridge on the River Kwai. So if he's happy with that one, unless someone steals that from him, then he can be set. But Greta can steal from anybody or take the one unclaimed one. So let us see. Oh, G-Monkey. Does G-Monkey have plans? Did G-Monkey choose Bridge for safe reasons? Oh, Greta is... All right, Hardwick has now been stolen from the most. So Greta has now stolen Edge of Tomorrow from Hardwick. So Hardwick, you can now steal from anybody on the board except for Greta, or take the one unclaimed movie, which is Last Night in Soho, which is a great film, by the way. So poor Hardwick. He's been stolen from so many times. So much thievery tonight. So much thievery. And it's the good kind, right? It's the good kind. It's the kind that can't get you in trouble. I do feel bad having this little tiny writing pad, though, depending on what happens. So again, the only one that's not been claimed, I believe... Let me double check my statistics. Yeah, Last Night in Soho is the only one that's not been... Okay, Hardwick. Okay, Hardwick takes Last Night in Soho. It's a good film. It was one of Tina's favorites of last year, I know that. And it was one of my favorites of last year, actually, too. All right, so Last Night in Soho. All right, Hardwick has chosen Last Night in Soho. So G-Monkey, all right, those are all of the movies. But G-Monkey, since he was the first, no one stole from him. But G-Monkey has the pick of the board, has the pick of the litter, some might say. Tina just put an update in the Discord. Cool. I will read that, Orange Hat. I will read that once we finish with this. And then we will get that update from Tina, from the legend herself. So, G-Monkey, what has G-Monkey got planned? Are you going to keep Bridge, or are you going to steal from somebody? And I think the way it works is that it opens up a chain. Does it open up a chain? Because, yeah, I guess that person would then receive the one that he got. Eagle Rider, what's going on? Rosetta says, Merry Christmas. Also got pics of a wild bobcat up close today. Very nice. He says, I'm still good with Bridge, but I was going to take Nobody if stolen. Ah, okay, gotcha. All right, well then, hey, that concludes our first ever Dirty Santa. So just so that people know, because I need y'all to either email me, odinsmovieblog@gmail.com, or you can contact me through the Discord, through DM, to tell me where to ship the movie to. All right. Now, of course, please do give me a couple of weeks with Christmas and everything going on. I will try and get those out over the course of the next couple of weeks, especially if you're international, right? It might take me a little bit to do that. But here are the final winners. So G Monkey 76 was our number one. He got Bridge on the River Kwai on 4K. Hardwick gets Last Night in Soho on 4K. Abomination gets Nobody on 4K. Dan Crane got Top Gun Maverick on Blu-ray. Dan Blackroyd got It's a Wonderful Life on 4K. Orange Eye Reviews got the Steelbook for Tommy Boy. Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington got My Neighbor Totoro on Steelbook. Sherry Allen got Your Name on Blu-ray. Kimberly G got Spider-Man No Way Home on 4K. And Greta got Edge of Tomorrow on 4K. So I believe I did all of that correctly. Let's see. General Wingster, I didn't even want anything. I just wanted to sow chaos. Aha. Gary Banjo says, yes, went for an old title and was safe. Boom. There it is. Wee says, if Odin hears thumping on the roof, will he call the police or go up to see if it's Santa? During these times, what do you think? All right. We did apparently get an update from Tina in the chat. So I will go ahead and... so I will go ahead and read this out since this is in the Discord and not everyone might be in the Discord. So for those that are wondering, this is the update from Tina, one of our mods, one of our Valkyrie. So she says, hello everyone, Merry Christmas to you all, Merry Christmas Eve. I thought that since I've had a little time and I know I won't be broadcasting for a while, I'm using the speakerphone on my iPhone to send this out to you all. It's very difficult for me to read any replies because my site has gone out. But I wanted to let you know what's going on with me, and I appreciate that Stephanie has also, she and Sharon had kept this information close to the chest. But while I was in Orlando on my cruise and getting ready to head back to my hometown, I unfortunately was having massive migraines, and my prescription eyeglasses were not helping out anymore. When I got back home, and I was regrettably throwing up a great deal and couldn't keep anything in my stomach, both Sharon and Stephanie were the ones who contacted the police that we have on our property so that they could have the EMTs come and pick me up. Thankfully, I made it to the hospital in time, but unfortunately, I had multiple mini strokes. Now my brain is functioning, so I thank God for that. The therapists are really happy that I don't have any paralyzation on any side of my body, but I do need to see a neurologist, and I am having therapy for my eyes. So right now, I'm at a fairly new rehab center over in southern Indiana. I'm getting a lot of rest. I'm in contact with Stephanie and Sharon, and my family, so they both know what is going on. But it is going to be a very long time before you see me modding any chats, and it'll be a little while before if mine or Stephanie's Soup to Nuts comes back to YouTube. I've been keeping up with everything going on in the world, so I know what's happening at Warner Brothers. I know that the third is still added. I know what the heart goals are up to, and I know that the world is still at peace, and we should be blessed it's another Christmas Eve. I just didn't know that I would be spending my Christmas Eve pretty much in the hospital. This is kind of weird for me, but I wanted to tell everyone hello. Please keep me in your thoughts and your prayers. I'm sorry that I'm not able to participate in the way I like, and I hate that the trip I have been planning for so long turned out as it did. But I love all of you, and I felt that you needed to know what was going on with me. But don't be looking for me to be modding for any channels or for me to be doing Soup to Nuts with Steph until I have my eyesight back and my health is back to normal. I'm just very grateful that they were able to catch it all in time before it became worse than it did. So I think that's it for now. My love to you all. Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year. Tina, P.S. I hate that I'm not sending individual replies to add everyone. So unfortunately, or she goes on, I hate that I'm not sending out, I think I already said this, but I hate that I'm not sending out individual replies to everyone. But even without my glasses, my vision is blurred. And I think my ophthalmologist is going to have a brand new pair made for me and my eyes the way they are now. So my speakerphone is getting a workout. So again, that is the update from Tina. During her trip, she had mini strokes, and they have essentially left her blind, not able to see. Based on what I'm hearing, at the very least, it does seem like It's blurred vision, so still very serious, but it seems that the chance of regaining sight is very much something within reach. So if you could please, during this Christmas season, reach out your heart, reach out your prayers to pray for Tina. And I know that, again, Tina can't read through the replies, and I don't know if Tina is listening to this, but if Steph's listening to this, or if anyone has access to clip any of this, just have her know that everyone in the chat right now is just putting the hearts up, is putting the prayer hands up. Every single one of us is praying for you, Tina. We love you. We miss you. We cannot wait for you to get better. And we really hope and pray for you to have a very quick recovery, because we know how amazing of a person you are. And we know that our lives are not the same without you actively in it. And we are thankful that things are not as bad as they could be. But our hearts and our prayers are going out to you, Tina. And thank you for keeping us up to date. Thank you for everything that you've done. And cannot wait to see you return to Soup to Nuts, to see you return to the chat, to be able to keep up the conversations that I know you love having with everyone here. So again, thank you all for letting me read that with the update from Tina herself. Thanks, Tina, as well for giving us that update. Really does mean a lot. By the way, Rosetta, those pictures look beautiful of the Bobcat. It looks amazing. So thank you as well for being here and for keeping us up to date with everything. Connor B, thank you over on Odyssey. Yeah, because we're going to go ahead and wrap things up there, everybody. So again, if you did win tonight, again, thank you for participating in our first ever. Hope to do it again next year. Dirty Santa. So we had 10 winners. So again, I have the list written down. Email me, odinsmovieblog@gmail.com, or contact me via direct message on the Discord if you already have that or have done that in the past, just to confirm your shipping address, and I will get these packaged and shipped out as soon as I can. But anyway, let's go ahead and say our goodbyes to everybody. Master Gaming says, I wish I had won. Bongo Tez says, I missed the stream, but I got a huge blizzard parked over my house 6 feet on snowdrifts. Dang, dude. That's crazy. Soul Assassin, if you hear a noise on the roof, it's probably Santa. Quick, push him and become the new Santa. I don't think that's how it works for everybody. Rosetta is send Tina our love. This is heartbreaking. Yeah, absolutely. And I know that Stephanie is sending those messages back to her. I've been in contact with Stephanie directly, and so I know that she has been sending those messages, but absolutely. Greta, again, thank you so very much for being in the chat. Barry Morton says, prayers, G-Monkey with the prayer hands. Again, thank you all so very much for your support. Let's see. Prayers for Tina says Soul Assassin. Prayer hands from Keely. Sherry Allen, prayers for her. Forever Sci-Fi, prayer hands. Get well soon from Hound 3000. Danny says, hello, Merry Christmas. Hardwick says, my father had strokes, mini strokes. They're no joke. I hope and pray that Tina fully heals. Dan Blackroyd says, Merry Christmas, Tina. Well wishes to you. Tina, so very sorry from Dan Crane. Prayers for Tina says Strawman. Kimberly G, prayer hands, heart. Prayers to you, Tina. We love you. Keely Chow, we love you. Hound 3000, very, very big hugs to Tina. Absolutely. Great Wuda, prayer hands for Tina. Have our rosaries to give prayer. Pray, we got you, Tina. Absolutely. Gary Banjo Sandwich for anyone who has a rosary or who has other ways of praying. Please have those prayers. Bruce sending out the prayers. General Wingster sending out the prayers. Soul Assassin as well. Bruce saying, I wish I could visit her. Sherry Allen, sorry I have to go. No problem at all, Sherry. You have a Merry Christmas. Absolutely. Rosetta says, my heart aches for Tina. Send her my love. Absolutely. Brightburn coming in at the very end with a question about movies. Not really the time for that, but I appreciate it. Heart for Tina from Laura. Orange Chat, yeah, I figured as much. There's some that I already have the information for, but obviously if anything has changed, or if you are not sure if I have the mailing address, please, email or text or DM. Merry Christmas, Greta. Thank you again for being here. Good night. Merry Christmas, everyone. To Tina, says GMonkey76. Prayers for Tina, says Cacao Cookies Minions. absolutely prayers heading Tina's way from Orange Hat Reviews. So again, hopefully I can, or someone, maybe Steph can clip that, because she can at least hear those messages being read aloud in that way. And hopefully that helps her in her healing process, because again, as I said, she is very much adamant and very much confident that she will get through this, that she will heal. And you know her, she will fight like hell. And obviously we will add our prayers to her recovery, and we will continue to raise our minds and our hearts up for her. And I think there's no better time of the year than Christmas to do that, right? To remind ourselves of how small we are, of how much we need God in our life, how much we need the help of others in our life. And so thank you again, everyone, for joining me on this shorter than usual Christmas Eve stream. Congratulations to everyone who was able to win. And again, I will send those out as soon as I can, but do try to send out your mailing address as soon as you can, unless you know I already have it, especially if you're one of the ones who's in the giveaways channel on the Discord already, if you're in the Keeper the Bifrost level or above. With all of that, blessed final day of Advent, blessed nativity, or rather vigil of the nativity of our Lord, blessed Christmas Eve to everybody. And I will not be streaming on Tuesday. All right, so no stream Tuesday. I will be out of town with family. So this will be, it won't be the last stream of the year, I don't think. Let me look at the schedule. Actually, yes. So this might actually be the last. This actually might be the last stream of the year. Because now that I'm looking at the schedule, yeah. So I can't stream Tuesday. I'll be out of town, and then Saturday is Christmas Eve. Next Saturday is New Year's Eve, and I know that at least for part of that, I will be out. So maybe there might be one of these mini streams next Saturday, maybe. So this might be the last stream of the year. It may not. So if it is, again, thank you all very much. Thank you all very much for being here. I hope you have a blessed Christmas, a happy, and blessed New Year. And if I don't see y'all next weekend, then I will definitely see y'all in the new year. You all rock. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. You're an amazing community. And absolutely, as Dan Crane says, I think this is the best way to end the stream. Tina, stay strong. So again, a Merry Christmas, everybody. And as always, God bless. And now for a huge special shout out to all of my December Patreon, Subscribe Star, and Locals members, the long-awaited December video. First off, shout out to my Patreon members, Father Luca Illick, Garrett Searles, Hymir Irie Hymason, Joe Horn, Jonathan Carney, who you can check out over on his YouTube channel, Jonathan Carney, Laura, the Modern Major General Story, Orange Hat Reviews, who also has a YouTube channel you can check out at the same name, Rosetta Allen, who has a YouTube channel known as Eagle Rider, Miss Martin Muses, who also has a YouTube channel by the same name, Chris from the 80s, who you can also find on YouTube by the same name, and of course the Empress of the Universe, Tina B, who you can check out on her YouTube channel, Tina B. She does a show with the other Valkyrie of this channel, Stephanie B, called Soup to Nuts, so go ahead and check that out if you are interested. It's a very fun time talking about movies and all kinds of movie history as well. Also, shout out to my Subscribe Star peeps, Matt317, who you can shout out over on his Twitch channel by the same name, the R, Fast Reaction, Mr. Roy, J-Rod the Beer Guru, and the K-Man, who you can check out on Twitter, but also on his website, xtheboundaries.co, to check out his latest music musings, as well as his upcoming podcast as well. Also, to my Locals members, Miss Minnesota Hockey Fan, How About a Hockey Player, UAB Mad Dog, Mike Jackson for the win, J.H. Schwalbach, Brett D90, and the amazing lawyer, Robert Barnes. Thank you very much for being my supporters over on Locals. If you want your name shouted out at the end of every video and live stream, please check out the top link in the video description below, where you can sign up to get access to not only vocal shoutouts, but also to giveaways of Blu-rays, 4Ks, and Blu-ray sets as well. Right now, I'm giving away things like Nobody on 4K. I just got a bunch of ones in last night. Shawshank Redemption on 4K last night, in Soho on 4K, some steelbooks of the Godfather trilogy on 4K as well. Tons of stuff to do for giveaways, so check out, again, that top link to find out how to sign up to become a Keep It the Bifrost level or above to get access to that, as well as things like the Chosen of Valhalla monthly member stream, and also other goodies like the podcast that I do with John the Flick Pig Flickinger, which we'll be recording our episode for this month in the next day or two, so be on the lookout for that if you are a member of the Army of Asgard level and above. Thank you all very much for your time and attention. You're all amazing and beautiful people. Have a wonderful rest of your December, and as always, God bless.